Well, hello, people. How y'all doing? I'm super excited. I think I'm excited. We're gonna have a good time tonight. It's been a really long time since I did a live stream, a random live for From Scratch Live, and so much change has been happening in my life lately, and so I'm excited to kind of come and share. So y'all come on and talk to me. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and comment hashtag replay so that I can say, hey, girl, hey, or whatever, because I always say, hey, girl, hey, or whatever. Okay. And welcome. My name is Latrice Sampson Richards, and this is From Scratch Live. So, hey, Courtney, how you doing, girl? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would please go ahead and like this post and then share this post. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and all that good stuff. This is broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. I am making a transition off of Facebook. So I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, I'm going to give y'all some time because I know y'all used to come and talk to me all up on the Facebooks. But me and Facebook got this love hate relationship with each other. It's really more like a hate relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because Facebook be fucking with me and I just can't. I cannot, you know? Hey, Ramona. And so Ramona, I saw your pictures for your babies. First day of school pictures, girl. I said, look at this. People still doing these first day of school pics, girl. It's cute though. I like it. I've seen a lot of people doing it actually. And I like it. I really do. I think that's cute. Try to maintain some level of normalcy, with all of the craziness that's going on. I've had so many changes that have taken place in my life over the last like 2 or 3 months. And it's been very, very interesting. It's been fun. It's been enlightening. But it's been, I think, confirming and affirming, for me. Um, I struggled a lot over the last couple years because I was ready to be settled down, and I was working my job that I had at the time. I did a lot of traveling, and I was making very, very good money, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I was married, I was newly married, like newlywed, like not even married a whole year yet, and I was in another country for 6 months, and then I come back for 3 months, and then I was in another country for 10 months. So it's like I'm really it was difficult for me to be able to just like be consistent with doing anything creative, and so I just prayed and prayed and prayed, and I got a good therapist, and I told my therapist that I was ready to come home and I needed to find a way to do that. And, she told me that I had to prioritize. And that's something that I was not trying to hear at first, but she was right. And I chose stability, which meant that I had to, kind of make some compromises on some of the other things that I wanted to see happen, but they were temporary compromises. They weren't forever compromises. You know, they were compromises with the option to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like remind myself that this is a compromise I'm making with myself, for myself, not for anybody else. I'm making this compromise for myself. And so, I'm gonna keep my promises to myself. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Other people may not keep their promises to me, but I'll be damned. if I don't keep my promise to myself, especially when it comes to this, you know? And so I did, and I worked very hard, and I like hit the ground running as soon as I got back to the States. I got back to the States November 12th, and I just hit the ground running like from that point because I just prayed and prayed. And I told God, I said, look, Lord, you know, I see what you're telling me. I see what you're saying. I get it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm with you. I got you. But you got to give me something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm unhappy. I'm trying to get home and X, Y, and Z. And so he allowed me to come home, and he made it so that I was able to stay home. And so I'm just holding up my end of the bargain. So I've been working really hard. And since November 12th, really since before that, but for real, since November 12th. And I have really manifested so many different things that have been like goals that have been on my list for like years now. And I've managed to like accomplish a lot of those goals just in the last, how long, 9 months since I've been back stateside. And that's a beautiful thing. And it has all like led me up to what I feel right now is a turning point in my life. And I'm excited about that. And I wanted to just share that because I think that a lot of us don't realize that that's a part of the journey. A lot of us don't really understand the reality that this is a part of how you get to the next level, that there's difficulty that you're going to have to overcome, and you're going to have to choose. You know, we talk about making a decision to heal. We talk about, I do a whole section about that in the masterclass, which is free, by the way. I'm working on the page for you all to be able to register for the masterclass. Right now, it'll be the replay, but we're going to be doing the masterclass live in April inside of Trust Village Academy. That will not be on Facebook. That will be inside of Trust Village Academy. So you need to make sure you have yourself inside of Trust Village Academy. I'm just saying. Hey, Chiffon. Thank you, girl. You know, I was feeling a little spicy today. You know, I say I'm gonna give him a little shoulder. So that's what I did. But thank you. So so yeah, so anyway, so it has really led me to like this place where I feel like I'm in a natural transition in my life. Like there is a shift that is taking place right now. And I'm very aware of the fact that that shift is taking place. And it's a mental shift, but it's also a spiritual shift. It's an emotional shift. Like I'm shifting on all levels right now, like simultaneously. And, you know, that's ideal. That's ideal, right? I mean, a shift in any area is a win. Let's be clear. But the holy grail of healing and change and stuff like that is being able to have shifts on multiple levels. And it took a lot of work for me to be able to get to this place. And I still have a whole lot more work that needs to happen because I'm not shifting on all levels. I'm just shifting on multiple levels. Hey, Sharita. Right? I'm just shifting on multiple. Look, let me tell y'all something right quick. I have my MacBook, so I got the little dual screen, right? And I got my MacBook over here, and I have my big screen, you know, over here or whatever. So I got my little camera and stuff connected to the big screen. So just now, the computer be listening, y'all. These devices be listening to us. And it drives me up the wall because it's like I know that they listening, you know they listening. All those sci-fi movies and stuff like that, they're not making that shit up. Like that's real. They listening, right? So it's like, they listening, but then when they just be so blatantly listening and like showing you that they listening and that they don't really care that that they're listening, that's when I be getting drove, because I be like, don't do me like that though. You know what I'm saying? So just now, Sharita said, hey, Trees. And I said, hey, Sharita. Girl, the computer thought I said, hey, Siri. So now Siri done came up on the screen. And she has typed out every single word that I've said since I said, hey, Sarita. She's still listening to me because I never stopped talking. And then when I do stop talking and give her 2 seconds, I guarantee you she's going to try to find what I just said so that she could be of assistance to me, But I didn't ask for your help, sis. I didn't ask for your help just now. I was talking about something completely different. I don't understand why you just listening like that. When nobody talking to you, girl. When nobody talking to you. Mind your business. Mind your business, girl. Look, she says, sorry, I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again. She couldn't understand me. But anyway, so yeah, so I am, yes, girl, get out of my conversation. That's all I'm saying. Mind your business, sis. Mind your business. How my uncle used to do like this. I still don't know what that means. But okay. But anyway, so natural transition. I'm in this place in my life where I am on the cusp of like really kind of getting into a groove, like really figuring myself out, figuring out the way forward. Hey, Lakonda. And I have an awareness, a complete awareness that I am moving in a different direction. Like I am aware of the fact that my life is transforming, right? As a direct result of changes that I have been intentional about making. And that's a really, really good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel very, very confident right now. I feel very empowered. Like I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I have a handle on what's happening around me. I do, like I recognize that I have a lot of things, like a lot of moving pieces. And so I've been very intentional about really focusing in on the things that are most important to me, like the things that need my attention. And that means that I've had to say no to some things. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had to just say, I cannot do this. Because one of the things that I was running into in my business was like, I always felt like if somebody came to me with an opportunity to do something, I felt like I had to say yes because I'm trying to build this business and I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. And, it's exhausting and it doesn't really work because one, I'm not being intentional about the collaborations and the moves that I'm making, which means that I'm not able to operate at top capacity because I'm spreading myself too thin, or I'm collaborating with people that are not a good fit. Or, like if I do find a good fit, I have so much other shit going on in my life that I can't even really focus on that. So it's just kind of like, I've had to be very intentional about what offers I pursue and what offers I don't pursue. And I've gotten comfortable with saying, I'm not taking any one-on-one clients right now, or, I appreciate that, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pass on that opportunity right now, X, Y, and Z, because that's I'm feeling very intentional these days. And I recognize that in order to get where it is that I'm trying to go, I need focused intentionality. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm be making it a thing now. I need somebody to type in the comments box, focused intentionality. I feel like we're going to get a webinar on that. I'm going to make a note. See what I'm saying? Focused intentionality. I think that's going to be a bonus for all my Trust Village Academy members. Y'all know we got a free one, a free tier for Trust Village Academy, right? Because I know some of y'all not ready to invest just yet. Want to check that girl out and see what she talking about before I give her my monies. You know, I know how it is, girl. I get it. But you gonna be back, girl. You know you coming back. I'm gonna be right here, girl, with open arms. Come on, sis, let's go. Let's do this. So, focused intentionality. I done wrote it on my sticky note and I done put it on my cork board. That is going to happen. Well, I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. I promise you. Um, so like you need to be able to be focused. You have to have focused intentionality. And that means that you're not going to be able to keep moving like you was moving before. You're going to have to start doing things differently. And that leads you, after a while of being focused in your intentionality, it leads to change. It leads to change on multiple levels. You have more clarity. You feel more connected to yourself because you're being true to who you are and what you need. You know, you are a lot of times when you remove a lot of those distractions, you have a better capacity and increased capacity for change. You know what I'm saying? And so it likely you likely you start dropping some of them relationships that's distracting, which takes away from a lot of emotional turmoil and things like that, feelings of obligation and stuff like that. All of those things that we don't realize hold us back and weigh us down and really prevent us from being able to be intentional about our decision making and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, we all do it. It happens to all of us. Everybody got something. Everybody's something might be different. But we all got something that distracts us and we have to move away from those things. And so as you start doing that, you really start to be able to see changes and shifts like start happening in your life. And like knowing that you did that, knowing that you were intentional about this, you said you was going to do something and then you did it, and you are now getting to experience the benefits of doing that. It's a beautiful thing. And I hope that for everybody. I wish that for everybody. And all I can do is live my life using all of the skills and things that I teach y'all to use in your everyday life, and then share my life with you so that you can actually see that these things work. You know, like I'm not just telling you something for the sake of telling you. I'm telling you what I know, and I admit that I don't know it all. And if there's a question that comes up that I can't answer, I'm gonna tell you that I don't know the answer to that, and then I'm gonna go find somebody who do, and then I'm gonna bring them over here to tell you what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't stingy. You know, you know what I'm saying? They just got to know what they're talking about. So I'm in a really, really good place in my life because I put in the work. I've been putting in the work. And even though like not everybody in my life can understand the changes that are being made and the decisions that are being made, but it's not for them to understand. It's my life, it's my journey. And I have to do what I need to do in order to be happy. And I cannot be concerned with people who don't agree with what my happy looks like. I'm just now that's a word. That's a word. Y'all like my updo? I got an updo. It's the first time I ever got an updo. I've been having locks for about 9 years, and I've never gotten an updo. And I feel like I still need to work out the little updo because I don't like the way I don't like that. But I love this, like this whole silhouette. I really enjoy this. I like this a lot. I like that it doesn't feel tight on my hair. I like that a lot. And it's just cute. I mean, it's just cute. I like it. I like it. But even like changing my hair. So that's okay. So that's what I really wanted to talk about tonight is the fact that all of the work that I've put in has led to this moment where I have there's this natural transition, this natural shift that's taking place. And I I'm excited about it, but I also have like an awareness of it. And so it can be, I think, sometimes a little overwhelming too. Um, I'm sorry, I was thinking a different thought. I wanted to, I got distracted, y'all. I think I have a little bit of undiagnosed ADHD. If I was to diagnose myself, that's what I would say. But yeah, so anyway, natural transitions. I got my hair done differently. I have made a decision or made some decisions about my business and my podcast and stuff that are decisions that I've been needing to make for a while now. I am in a place in my life where like we're moving into a new apartment, you know, I'm kind of making this shift into working from home long term now. There's a lot of different changes that are happening in my life. And all of this movement, it's awareness that there is a natural shift taking place, right? And so anytime that there's a major change that's happening in your life, or you get like this little cluster of changes, positive things that are happening in your life, then that's kind of your um, alert that the universe is moving in your direction right now. You get what I'm saying? And so I feel like really not just positive. It's positive or negative, to be honest. It's whatever kind of change is taking place. Whether that change is positive or negative, it is change nonetheless. And anytime that there's change taking place in your life, it's an opportunity for like to kind of piggyback, you know what I'm saying? So like it's easier to make other changes when you have a major change that's taken place. Does that make sense? Do y'all like I hope I'm saying that the right way, right? Like so I'm moving, and with this move I'm changing my hair. I am, purging out stuff as I'm packing and stuff like that. I'm thinking about, like shifting and thinking about things differently in my business. I'm pursuing new opportunities in my business. And like there's all of these different kind of changes that are happening. My wardrobe is shifting. My wardrobe is turning over, right? Because I don't know if you realize it or not, but your wardrobe shifts over time, but depending on where you are, right? Depending on where you are. So there's all of these like little changes that are going on in my life, and all of those little changes add up to like a life transition, which is a big deal. Which is a big deal to be able to feel the direction of your life changing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It is. So my recommendation is always to ride that wave for as long as you can, because if you have watched the How Change Works webinar, which is free inside of Trust Village Academy, then you'll know that change is a series of ups and downs, right? So when you have things that are going really, really well, you want to ride that wave for as long as you can. You want to be actively engaging in that wave, not just sitting around and letting that wave happen to you and being like, oh, I'm so lucky. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, how cool. I don't know what I did to deserve this. Y'all know how we like to do, you know what I'm saying? Like we passively experience life. But I'm talking about being intentional about riding that wave, being intentional about doing things differently and making like shifts in the way that you think about things and the way that you see things and the way that you see yourself, you know? And so I think it's important to be able to recognize when those transitions are happening so that you can actively participate in them. But that requires you to be mindful. It requires you to be alert and aware and here in this moment. And that takes a lot of practice. It's not nothing that's necessarily difficult to do. I mean, it can be difficult. Um, it's not difficult in terms of like the steps involved. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not difficult in terms of like, you know, what actually needs to be done, but it's the execution of those things and the emotional connection that we have to those things that need to happen. That's what makes it difficult, you know. But confronting those things and battling those things is like how you get on the other side of it. there is no there is no other way to get on the other side of it. You got to deal with it. You got to process it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to work through it. And a lot of us are so afraid to do that, you know. And it's understandable, you know. I mean, life is hard as fuck sometimes, you know. Life can be very difficult sometimes, and it can be hard to be disciplined, you know, and it can be hard to be consistent. You're absolutely right, Lakonda. Those are the two things that you need: discipline and consistency. And listen, I tell you what I know, sometimes those are the two most difficult things one could ever need or need to find, you know. So, no, it's not easy, but it's worth it. It's doable and it is worth it. There are things that you can do to learn how to deal with life, you know? And that's what I teach. That's what I live and that's what I teach. So, as soon as the page is finished for y'all to be able to join Trust Village Academy on the freebie tier, because y'all missed the open cart for Trust Village Academy. Y'all missed the initial launch. I had gave y'all a real good discount or whatever, but y'all ain't want the discount. Y'all wasn't sure. So it's okay. I understand. So we're going to open up the freebies tier for Trust Village Academy. And the freebies tier is over 40 45 videos, something like that. You get access to some of my most viewed live streams from the past. Um, Things that most of y'all have never seen because they only take place inside of Trust Village Facebook community. So, all those lessons plus you get two of my signature programs, my signature webinars, the unlocking the law of attraction in your life and how change works. And you get the masterclass, Empower Your Vision Masterclass. So, I mean, and then you also get 2 live streams a month inside the Facebook community, and that's up for 48 hours. And then it goes to, to the academy, and you have access to it forever. And that's just on the freebie tier. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as that's available, I'm going to let y'all know. And you can go ahead and sign up for Trust Village Academy. I am, when I move this weekend, I'm going to get my own office. And I feel like I am unreasonably excited about this. I am getting an office in my home. My husband is tired of hearing me talk about it. And it is Lakonda. That's a generous freebie, girl. That's all I'm saying. That's a generous freebie. So if that's what you get for the free, imagine what you get for the paid. But anyway, I'm getting my own office and I'm like super duper excited about it because it has been a very long time since I had my own office. And it's the first time that I'll be able to like brand my videos. And that's like next level. You know what I'm saying? That's like next level. Right? I feel like if once I get in my office and all of this is branded and it all looks so pretty and stuff, and then I come up and I be like, hey y'all gonna be like, damn Trees, girl, you got it like that. Like I feel like that's how it goes in my head. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes in my head. So I'm like excited about this. I'm really, really excited about this. And so while I'm in there, like once I get into my new office, one of the very first things that I'm going to do, I've already made up my mind because it's meaningful for me. So the first thing that I do in my new office, like the first thing that I create in my new office matters to me. And so I'm very intentional about what it is I want that thing to be. So I thought I had some gum over here. So I thought about it and I thought about it. And I decided that the first thing I record in my new office is going to be my last episode of Unicorns Talk podcast. So I am closing the chapter on Unicorns Talk podcast. And a lot of people have like reached out to me like when we gonna get new episodes, when are you gonna record new episodes? And I appreciate y'all for listening to the show and like supporting the show and everything. Unicorns Talk podcast, it means so so much to me because it was the thing that introduced me to like my creativity and like the idea that I can do this, that I can actually build a brand around like creating. And so I know look, I had to say, what? I know, but listen, I feel like, and the episode is gonna be called the farewell episode because why would it not be? And I'm gonna really talk about why I am closing the chapter on the podcast. And I'm going to also talk about what I have coming up, what I'm working on now. Because just because I'm closing the chapter on Unicorns Talk podcast does not mean that I'm closing the chapter on my creativity. I have so many ideas and so many different things that I want to produce and create for you all. Some of it myself, and then some of it, will be collaborations and partnerships and things like that. And so I'm excited about it. So yes, Unicorns Talk podcast is leaving. It is going away, but there are going to be things to replace it. There's going to be a lot more content to replace it. So, you know, I'm excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be, but see, this is what I'm saying. Natural transition, right? I've been going back and forth about this decision for a long time. And I really just finally like made up my mind. I feel like over the weekend, like was when I really just made up my mind that I'm not doing the podcast anymore. I'm not doing Unicorns Talk podcast anymore. That it was time to let it go. It was time to go ahead and just like close it out. And so it was a big decision for me, but I feel confident in it. I feel at peace with it. And for me, I feel like the strength to be able to close it came from all of the other it's like riding the wave. It's the momentum of what's happening, so things that it's time for Unicorns Talk podcast to close. It's time. It has done its thing, and again, I'm gonna like go into a lot more detail about that in that final episode, which I'm moving to the new place this weekend, and then I need at least a week or two to get the place like situated, because I need to decorate and stuff. I already started buying my little stuff because I'm going to make most of the things in my office, and I am going to give y'all a tour of the office. I'm going to do a live stream. So I'll show y'all the office when we start moving in this weekend. And then, once I get it all decorated and everything, I'll show y'all that. And probably, because I'm still going to be doing live streams, I'm not going to like not do live streams and stuff. So y'all will probably see like as the progress is being made as well. But I want to show y'all like the whole thing, when it's done. But I'm excited about it. But like riding this wave of change, riding this wave of transition, and allowing it to be a positive thing in my life by being intentional about the changes that I'm making. Write that down. Do you have your journal? Write that down. I'm just saying, write that down. Anywho, so I feel like that's it. Thank you, Chiffon. Thank you, girl. Listen, I'm just trying to live this life, girl, and I'm just figuring this thing out, just like everybody else. I'm doing my best to be happy, and focused intentionality. Yes, Lakonda. Focused intentionality. So that's it. Y'all see I'm packing. My house looks a hot mess right now. I done started pulling the stuff out of the cabinets. I just feel like I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. But I got to start somewhere because we're running out of days. So I'll be posting here and there on my stories about, the moving and all of that. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Latrice Sampson Richards. You follow my page here on Facebook at Latrice Sampson Richards. You can join my Facebook community, Trust Village. It is a safe space for healing and manifestation. And that's it. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And until next time, be well. Bye, y'all.